Well folks, this is it. Is this the end of van life? I've completely ripped the whole of the inside of the van out, taking the bed out, taking it all to pieces. Let's see. That's coming out now. Totally stripping it back. All the curtains are coming down. Quite sad really. No. There's nothing wrong with the van. It needs a complete new refurb. So, here it is. I've stripped everything out. I've started building a new frame. It's a lot different to what it was before. Before, as you look at the back of the van, can you see with the sun? As you look at the back of the van, the cupboards were on this side here and the bed was on that side. Change that round. Now the cupboards are going to be on this side and hopefully a lot better than before and a lot better structured, as they're actually attached to the frame of the car. For coming this way, I've got this is a bit of the old cupboard from the last build, but as you can see, I'm framing everything out, and it's taken a couple of days to get to this stage. Stripping out and then framing and everything, and I've been back to the wood yard 3 times. But anyway, yeah, so this is hopefully what it's going to look like, obviously with doors on and this, that and the other. And the bed is going to go on this side, which is going to give us a hell of a lot more storage space, because as you all know now, it's not just me, it's Coco, my girlfriend Pavlina, and me. So we've got to get space for everybody. So Coco's going to have a lot of space down here when the bed's up, and we're going to have a lot more storage space for clothes and things like that, because at the moment the cupboards on this side just was not functional with 3 people. 3 people? 2 people and a dog. Well, Coco's like a person anyway. But there you go. So what I'll do is I'll do the next phase. This is just phase 1, the framing. Phase 2 will be putting the shelves in and everything else. Phase 3 hopefully will be, if it goes to plan, will be the doors. The next phase then will be, I forgot what phase I'm on. The next phase then will be putting the bed back in, securing the bed. As you all know, I made a rock and roll bed and I'm keeping that because it's amazing and it's so good. So yeah, I'll bring you back when I get to the end of the next phase. I've still got a bit of fettling to do on this framing, but yep, it's getting there. Let's see what happens. Well, here it is, guys. I don't know what happened to phases 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, but work got in the way, and I was trying to do it between work. So here we have it. Here's the van. It's complete. We'll start off with Coco's bone mat, which I made out of an old mat for the floor. Moving up, we've got the first cupboard there, and as I open the cupboard, you can see that I have the fridge in the first cupboard with my my tray for my water, my sink in there. Moving up, I've got a post here, and that post, which is obviously holding my bottle opener, which is vitally important, holds the top shelf. Top shelf comes across. New addition to the van, home. Yeah, because obviously I've got a girlfriend now and I've got to make it quite homely. Moving across, I've got my cups up the top there. Just underneath that, I've got the all-important coffee, sugar, tea bags, and you'll see one empty one. That's for Pavlina's hot chocolate. Moving down, I've got a new tap. That's now plumbed in. I've got my knife rack on there. I'm looking for a spice rack for here, but I think I might just make one. Moving down again, as you can see, we've got all this work surface now loads of work surface, one for cooking, one for preparing, everything else. Coming down a little bit further, I've got a drawer. The drawer lifts up and pulls out, and in there I've got all my cutlery and as you can see, toilet paper, but pan and plate cleaning equipment in there, and also at the side, down the side there, all my stuff for cooking, all my utensils. Fix that on there. Underneath, I've got my bin here. It's a foldable bin, really cool. If I don't need it, I can just fold it away and use that space for something else. I've got my windshield blinds mainly for the winter. And then in the back of the cupboard there, I've got my water tank. And that water tank is now plumbed in with a 12-volt pump to pump water out through my tap. I'll just pop that back in there. Everything now is so user-friendly and functional. Coming back towards the back of the van, we'll go at the top first. I had some space at the top there. So as Pavlina and I like books, that's going to be our bookshelf. I've got a couple of survival books up there, and also a book from my friend in Spain, Tim, that I really want to read but just haven't had the time. The all-important sticker panel. That sticker panel was part of my last van construction, and I've used it again because I like it and it works and that is functional. Little toggle at the top turns that. Inside there, at the top there, I've got my jet boil, and that's where some food will go. And then my plates, cups and whatnot. And then the bottom is, well, every van needs a junk drawer. Well, that's kind of like the junk drawer. It's got spare gas, torch, basket in there with all little bits and bobs that I might need. So that's now functional. Close that up. Easy. Moving across, I've got a sensor light at the top, and the reason for that sensor light is I've now got these cube drawers, and the idea between the cube drawers is the bottom one there is for Pavlina's clothes and the top one is for my clothes. Before, obviously with the two of us, it got pretty cramped with bags and this, that and the other, so now I've got that there. So when the bed goes down, just move back a little bit. There's this in sofa mode at the minute. I made this this rock and roll bed for my last van build, and I love it. It's so comfortable, so I used it again. Why fix it if it's not broke? And then underneath here, there's a flap, and that flap runs all the way to the back of the van. That lifts up on hinges this way, so you lift it up. And in there, winter coats, jackets, fleeces. But the main reason for that big cupboard there is it goes really deep, and we can put the bedding in there during the day so it's out of the way, which again was taking up a lot of space, and space we didn't need. The rock and roll bed itself has stayed the same. Okay, we've got the mesh baskets on the front there, and then obviously that lifts up, and in there I've got lots and lots of storage space. Moving out, electric. I'm using my Goal Zero electric power bank. That is wired up to a 12-volt socket with a USB port as well on this side. I don't really have much else to put in there, but what I'm going to do is put some LED lighting across the top here for when I'm cooking at night and this, that and the other. My heater is when I'm obviously attached to shore power. The heating itself is this little cube here, and it is superb. It's a 2 kilowatt electric heater. Once it's connected up to shore power, with that, yeah, it keeps the van as warm as we want it really, and we've been out in -10, -15, and it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant during the winter months. So yeah, there's the Goal Zero. Attach my computer to that and everything else, and this, that and the other. Down the side in here, I've got the side of the fridge cupboard. At the back of there, I've got, you can't really see it, I'll take you around the other side, pull the seat back, and I'll show you what's in there. Okay, so we're now at the back of the driver's seat, and this is the cupboard where the fridge is. And in there, I've got my shore power connection, my all-important axe, and then at the bottom there, my easy access to my fire extinguisher. Obviously, you need a fire extinguisher if you're using gas or what, this, that and the other in a van. It's quite important. Underneath the chair there, I've got loads of storage space under the chair. At the moment, I've got the electric, the 12 volt, sorry, tyre pump under there. Just put the seat back. And now I'm going to take you round the back of the van. Okay then, so as we open up the back of the van and move in, I've got my table that I made that fits on the side door for when we're camping outside. Up the side there, I've got my snow tracks, my tow rope, my emergency gear triangle, everything else. This number plate, which was from the Mitsubishi Jeep, the one that brought me to the Czech Republic, took me to Spain and all over the place, and I keep that with me. If I take this table off, which comes off really, really simple, all I have to do is drop it. That comes off simple. And then, as you can see, underneath the bed, there is loads and loads of storage space underneath there. This plastic bag has just got some electric stuff in it, but loads of storage space underneath the bed. So that's it. It's taken me probably about 7-8 days, bearing in mind the first 3 days I was full on from 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening every day. And then obviously I started work, and I was doing it after work in the afternoons, in the evenings. As you look at the back of the van now, the cupboards, all this cupboards here was on this side, and the reason I ripped it all out was because it just was not functional with 2 people and a dog. There wasn't enough space. I couldn't get into the cupboards properly after I built the rock and roll bed. So I wanted it more functional for us when we go on holiday. So there we have it, folks. The van is now almost complete. Just a few bits, spice rack, like I said, lights, and that's it. Looking amazing, and I cannot wait to get away. So if you've liked this video, press that thumbs up, press the little bell at the side, and that'll notify you of any future videos that's coming out. Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you all on the next one.